Welcome to this tutorial on how to build a retro game. The retro game we will be building will look somewhat like this. In this example you can see that it will have quite pixelated graphics, be quite low resolution, but it will be running at a constant 60 frames per second. So this tutorial we will be using the following tools. We will be using C++. We will need at least a C++11 compatible compiler. The game will be based on the library called Libretro. We will be actually implementing a so-called core for Libretro. We will go into the details later on. The build system will be made using CMake. The build platform that I will be using is Linux, although it should be possible to follow this tutorial on Windows, but I didn't try it, so you'll be on your own. And as an integrated development environment, I will be using Qt Creator. Further on, we will use additional tools. We will be using GIMP for image manipulation, for example, building our graphics, or let's say editing our graphics. We will be using Blender, which is a 3D modeling tool, to model our graphics first and then scale them down to very small pixelated graphics. We will be using the library libmicmod. This is actually a library to introduce sound to the game. libmicmod is quite old school, so it can not play MP3 or something like that. It plays something called mod files, and it's also able to play small samples. And we will also be using libpng to be able to load graphics into our game. Okay, so now let's get out of this tool, and now I will give you a small preview on what later on will be visible. So this is my current build of this game. So now I'm starting it. And here you see currently there is a graphic I created using Blender. You can move it around using the arrow keys. And yes, that's it for now. So in the next tutorial we will actually be setting up our build environment using CMake and Qt Creator. And then we will also be getting to the point where we can actually run the very first build of our game using RetroArch. See you then.